in my laptop. Few minutes, please. Let me check. The copy available probably in the afternoon. Yes.
No, not in the afternoon, probably. You should.
Uh, It's based on the circumstances that we highlighted in the letter that was dated on the 29th of April,
Yes.
with regards to the single sourcing of the procurement of the rice.
Yes.
Yes. It was during COVID,
Yes.
and as a result, following the process, the procurement process might kind of hinder our capacity or ability to respond, to the needs of the communities at this point in time. So we wrote to request for a single source, and it was granted.
That's not the justification because when COVID, the same way you've identified that supplier, why is it difficult to identify other suppliers as well?
Well, this is what we put forward to the authority, and then we were granted an approval
And I'm
before.
now asking you, we know GPA, PPA, we're not even following the regulation. There are laid down rules or regulations or criteria that you must meet before approval is granted. They testified here, they were called and they admitted to flouting the rules in so many instances. You understand that? The idea is we know there were people that were really working with some members of the GPA to flout the rules for whatever interest that they have. So now I ask, why was it um, or requirements for single source?
Yes, I would say it was based on the circumstances at the time that we requested for this.
Tell us the circumstances.
Yes, the circumstances highlighted in the letter, so I will not be in a position to know offhand what is contained in the letter, and that's why I asked for a moment, to look for a copy of the letter. Then I can make that available to you.
Where's the registrar? Chair, I'm thinking that if we have the other witness, ma'am said, we can allow the witness to have 10 minutes to provide the letter.
Mr. Gay, can you call in the registrar, please?
Mr. Jonga, as the CEO and the head of the procurement organization, on what grounds should a single source be preferred?
Uh, the grounds are stated in section 44 of the Amendment Act 2018.
Yeah.
Yes,
The what?
the grounds to grant single source.
Yes.
In section 44.
What do they say?
Few minutes. Let me get there, please. If you look at the letter, they make reference to that particular section as well on the basis of giving us.
Now, just tell me what section 44 says.
Do you have a copy of the GPP Act 2018?
No, you just go ahead.
No, I am asking you, do you have a copy? Because I don't have a soft copy here. What I have is the regulations 2022 and the
You can read whatever document you have. It's
no,
okay. The single source requirements are just one and the same.
allow me to check the Act 2022 and see if there's a ground for single source.
So let me read to you what we have for 2022 Act.
Yes.
Says 46, section 46, page 56, that this is an exceptional non-competitive procurement method that can only be used under the following conditions, irrespective of the estimate value of the contract. Now, where due to exceptional circumstance that the procurement organization could not have foreseen and that can in no way be attributed to them, the time limits for the competitive procedures can not be met. The circumstances invoked to justify extreme urgency shall in no way be attributable to any department or staff or the procurement organization. B, where for technical reasons or reasons involving the protection of exclusive rights or proprietary goods, services, the contract can be awarded only to a particular economic operator. C, for such to be justified, original equipment shall be suitable. The number of new items shall generally be less than the existing number. The price shall be reasonable, and the advantages of another make or source of equipment shall have been considered and rejected on grounds acceptable to the authority. D, an existing contract for goods, works, and non-consulting services awarded through a competitive process may be extended for additional goods. E, the authority shall be satisfied in such cases that no advantage could be obtained by further competition and that the prices on the extended contracts are reasonable. So now 2 says, for the purpose of this section, exceptional circumstance shall be one of the following. Do you see? Where there is likely to be injury or loss of life. B, where there is likely to be damage to property. And C, where there is a situation arising from force majeure. Do you know what force majeure is?
Yes.
Okay. Now, where do you fall?
Well, not in the section that you refer to, but the letter clearly indicated
Forget
that
the letter. We are now discussing where the grounds that you think you fall within, which
no,
would render you or will cause you to even apply for civil sourcing.
no, I honestly kind of forgot about this letter that I have conveying approval.
Yes. Says what?
It's saying their decisions is based on section 44, subsection C of the GPPA Amendment Act
Yes.
2018.
Which says what? I have asked you.
Yeah, yes, and that's why I said, allow me to go. Let me check if the Amendment Act 2018 is available. And I asked you if you have a copy. You said no, and I also do not have a soft copy of that.
Okay.
But I can make findings. The time you will allow me to check for the letter, then I can make findings and draw reference to this particular section because that is what is referenced in the letter.
So do we
Conveying
have
approval.
the contract? You have the contracts committee file. It should really the deliberations as to why you prefer single source should be in the file. Should it not?
Yes, I can also check in the
No, no,
contract.
should it not?
No, it should be there.
Because the reason before you even apply for single sourcing, you must have really discussed this
Yes,
and realize that you are within single sourcing grounds before you apply.
and that was the
Okay, so we need that correspondence um, for you. So you can just mark that once we give you the break, we just come back with it. Do you understand?
yes, sir.
The second one, and but not only that, you have they said there was the delivery receipt. We need to see the delivery note. The purchase order that was raised, we want to see that. It should be in the procurement file. Is that not the case?
The purchase order. Maybe it should be in the budget, not in
Yes.
the procurement.
Yes. GPA forms such as 101 and 102. They said it was attached. We want to see this.
Do you have the file for the monthly reports? Maybe you can help me with that.
The monthly, yes.
Monthly,
Oh,
yes.
yeah, you can talk to the registrar.
Yes.
And the minutes of the contrast committee, of course, we have discussed that.
Yes.
So please write that down.
I did.
All right. 24, you will see the procurement of excavation and clearing drains. Page 24.
Yes.
It says the category is services amounts $450,000 awarded contractor Lankaramo Sawane. Procurement method RFQ. From the evidence we have gathered, are there any contracts you have with Lankaramo Sawane?
Contracts for the procurement of excavations.
Yes.
Yeah, the findings is indicating that
No. I just answer my question. When I want you to go to the findings, I will tell you. Were there any contracts with Lankaramo Sawane?
I'll have to confirm the minutes or the procurement files.
Procurement.
Yes.
Look again, when we give you time, you can do that quickly. The other issue is if you look at the compliance section, it says the procurement item was part of the procurement plan, but we know there is no procurement plan for 2020. You have said that on page 24.
Yes.
It says the procured item was part of the procurement plan. Is that true?
So there was no plan for 2020.
So it's not true.
Yes.
So you see why I said that we have already had evidence from GPA regarding the fact that they had compromised significantly with the procured organizations. You agree with that? Do you agree with that?
Well, the fact that what I can say is that there was no procurement plan for Brikama for
So
2020.
there were no minutes of the contracts committee. If there were no minutes, on what grounds were these procured?
Again, I think I'll have to refer to the contract committee minutes. But I remember this was
Note
this
that,
was the level of the contract
that
committee.
we will ask that the commission, the chair, give you about 10-15 minutes to sort that out.
Well, again, I just want to say, I think this is very conflicting. You could see under the compliance section.
Yes.
You could see the quotation was approved by the contracts committee.
The quotation was
approved by the contracts committee.
Yes.
And that contravenes the fact that you said there was no minutes of the contract committee meeting has stipulated. So you see.
That I said, I did not say.
No, I read. I mean the report. The report is
Yes.
indicated.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, who should help us to clear this contravention?
Myself.
Okay, good. So please, you've asked for the time. We will ask that the chairperson give you about 15 minutes to do that. Just mark that. 15. The next one is page 25.
Sorry, let me take a look.
Okay.
The next one is
on page 25, where you have the procurement of rain suits, boots, and plastic gloves. The amount is $167,500. The awarded contractor is Friendship Enterprise.
Yes.
The method is RFQ, request for quotation. So again, it says that there was a delivery receipt. We need to see the delivery receipt or delivery note. Note that there was a purchase order raised. We want to see that either in the procurement file or contracts committee file. It says the procurement item was part of the procurement plan. We know that's not true, correct?
Yeah, there was no plan for 2020.
Yeah, so that's not true. Now the quotation were not approved by the contracts committee. Again, do you need to verify this?
Yes, because at the last point you have evaluation reports was generated for this procurement. So it's
The last
conflicting.
report you have?
Evaluation report was generated for this procurement.
Yes.
So that is conflicting with the.
It's not conflicting. What is evaluation report?
It's after you received the quotations.
Yes.
Yes. The end report that you prepare
Yes.
seeking approval
Yes.
for your recommendation of the
Yes.
of the procurement decisions.
Yes. That doesn't mean that there are minutes of contrast committee. One person can do that.
No, but that also do not mean that, if there was no quotation, like they said, the quotations were not approved.
But if you can procure goods or items without following the procurement regulation or act, without it having been subjected to contrast committee meetings, but you fill some of the necessary forms, then this can be done.
No, I don't think this is feasible under the circumstances.
It's not feasible.
No, you need to have an evaluation report. The report needs to go with the minutes. It needs to go with the quotations.
Quotations.
Yes.
Okay. Then you have the burden to provide the minutes and the necessary quotation. Is that not the case?
Yes.
Good. So we are on 25 regarding the suits, rain suits, boots, and plastic gloves.
Yes.
We have discussed the fact that there was no procurement plan, even though they have stated that it wasn't in the procurement plan.
Yes.
You have agreed with that. And we said that statement is false. Correct?
Yeah, there was no procurement plan for
And so the
2020.
statement is false.
Yes, it is not
Good.
correct.
And the other three is what you need to find out. The quotations were not approved by the contrast committee, and there were no minutes of contrast committee.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
You'll turn to the last page, 26. Or maybe I'm not sure that I will ask this, should ask this last, but let me just still ask it. You have been given 86% compliance. Do you think that's fair? Do you think that's true assessment? You've been there since 2019. Do you think you have been 86% compliant?
Well, that is the score.
I'm asking you.
Yes, yes.
You think that's fair?
It is, yes.
For most of the procurement, you comply with GP regulation. You and I know that's not true.
If you look at the procurement score for 20, if you look at the non-compliance that are in the procurement compliance review reports.
Yes.
And you also see the procurement review for the year 2020. Definitely you will understand that there have been
improvements.
I'm
concerned about the improvements.
No, improvement dictates the scores. If there's no improvement, you don't have improvement in your scores, Council.
That's not correct. Compliance is compliance. They do not compare previous years to this year to grade you. What they should focus on is how compliant were you in all your procurement activities for a given year. Do you understand that? And for 2020, most of the procurement did not follow the procurement regulation and act. It did not.
You will agree with me that the procurement organization do not conduct a review of their own procurement activities.
I know.
Yes. So yes. So as far as I'm concerned, as head of the procurement organizations, I could say it is a fair score.
It's no. I know that you do not self-assess yourself.
Yes.
But what we know from evidence we gather as well is there's always collusion with the procurement organizations and GPPA.
That has
compromise.
That has not happened with us.
Yeah, you can always say that. And I'm not just mentioning you, I'm saying the procurement organizations and GPPA. We know that's a fact. This country, we know. We have had the evidence from GPPA. They have accepted to compromise the standards. And they have accepted to also having these percentages to not be a fair reflection of what is in evidence. They've really accepted that the scores they will be giving you is not a true reflection of the situation.
Well, until this very moment, my thinking, our team position was that it's a true reflections of the compliance level.
Yes, that's what compromise does. It's Jonga. Wherever you have compromise, it's what it does. It gives you an assessment that is not fair. And if it's on black and white, in black and white, then you want to argue around it, but you have to prove it. That's the point.
Well, we are given a score,
Yes.
and then
you had in 2020, just to give you So you had in 2020, 173 transactions.
Can you please direct me to that page, please?
Seven.
Yes.
173 transactions. Do you see that?
Yes.
And for all these transactions,
Yes.
you have single sourced 120.
Yes.
How unfair is that? How transparent is that?
All the single source that we did are all approved.
No. You see, that's the collusion I'm talking about. That is that's the comparison of standards I'm talking about. And we have discussed with GPA. Let me ask you now: have you been conducting market surveys?
No.
You see, that's the first most important rule.
Yeah, I know it is important.
So if you do not conduct market surveys, how do you justify this? The prices that you sign up for? Tell me now.
No.
It's a question. If you don't conduct market surveys in a given year, how do you determine that this water bottle is actually costing $50?
Yes, I agree. Market surveys are.
Answer the question. How do you justify that?
That's what I'm trying to answer here.
Yes.
I know market surveys are important part
Very important
of the procurement
Yes.
procurement process. And again, I admit that we have not been conducting market surveys.
Yes.
And then you could see in the findings of the compliance review report,
Yes.
we have never admitted that we have conducted
Market
surveys when we had not.
Yes.
Yes, but there have been improvement in other aspects of the
Answer the
procurement
question.
transactions.
I'm not talking about the improvement. I am talking about the first basics. See, building a house with no foundation. Will that house stand?
I think everything starts with your procurement plan. It starts with your budgeting process and so on.
Thank you very much
Yeah.
for guiding me.
Yes.
Everything starts with the procurement plan.
Yes.
You don't have a procurement plan for 2020.
Yes, I admitted that.
And you have 86.
But we have been reviewed by an authority. We have not reviewed ourselves.
Now I'm asking you, if you were to review any organization,
Yes.
any procurement organization
Yes.
that doesn't have a procurement plan, that doesn't have a market survey, and will you give them 86 compliance? Now forget what GPA has done.
I'm not an expert in procurement.
You are.
No, I'm not. I cannot.
No, Mr. Jonga. You are
No,
an expert in procurement.
I am not an expert in procurement.
No, you head a procurement organization.
That doesn't mean I'm an expert. You see, you can be a CEO of a local government council.
Yes.
You can have an expertise in administration, in management.
Yes.
That do not necessarily mean that you'll have an expert in
What is
accounting,
the
in
contracts
finance.
committee? Tell me.
The contracts committee, sits over and make decisions on contracts matters.
What is the role? See, when you are asked a question, you listen to the question, listen to the words, and answer the question, the manner in which it is being asked. What is the role of the contracts committee?
The contracts committee handles procurement matters of the procurement organization.
To handle procurement matters if you don't know procurement.
No, that's why I have to be honest with you. I'm not an expert in procurement.
Listen to me. How would you handle procurement matters if you do not know procurement?
Of course, you need to have some degree of procurement. And this is what I'm trying to tell you here. Being a CEO doesn't mean that you have to be an expert in admin, expert in auditing, expert in procurement.
Does your information or knowledge in procurement, does it involve knowing that there should be a procurement plan?
Yes.
Does it involve knowing that there should be a market survey?
Yes.
So that's basic.
No, but to me, that's
basic.
Yeah, it's basic, but not expert.
Here, forget the word expert. Is that basic?
No, because you talked about expert earlier on.
You said I am not an expert. Is that basic?
That is basic knowledge, yes.
And as CEO, you knew that this is just cannot be compromised, non-compromising.
Yes.
Good. But you led an organization wherein you compromised this.
No, I did not. It was not deliberate.
I did not say deliberate. I said you led an organization wherein you compromised those two requirements. Is that a fact or is it not a fact?
Yes.
Exactly.
But not deliberate again.
See, don't put words in my mouth.
No, I'm not putting words. I'm telling you, I'm speaking on my behalf. I'm telling you, it was not deliberate.
You led an organization, you accepted that compromise in one of the most fundamental requirements.
Yes, we do not have
plan.
Yeah, we do not have a plan at the time.
Market survey.
Yes, we did not.
You think genuinely you deserve 86?
Deserve what?
86%.
Yes. Let's score from GPP. I cannot turn down that concern.
Now, let's go to the other 2022. And
2022 forward.
Why was there no in 2020? Why was there no tender?
In what?
Do you know why? For all the procurements you've done,
In
20.
because there was no tender. There was no tender.
Why? Why is the question? The question is not whether there was a tender. Why was there no tender?
Of course, there's one tender here, Council. There's one open tender, national.
Yes, sorry, one.
Yes.
Just one.
Yes.
And it's still a very insignificant number, considering you have 173 transactions.
Yeah, it depends on the volume of the procurement item that you want to procure for the year.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So if you don't have any major procurement that meets the threshold for a tender,
So you say all these single sources, they met the threshold for single sourcing.
all those?
All these contracts you have single source, they are within the threshold. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm talking about the tender that you talked about.
I'm now talking about, are you saying that the ones you have single source, 120 transactions, are within the threshold?
No, I did not say that. I said
Now I'm asking, are they within the threshold?
Unless I confirm the records. But what I can say is we have obtained approval
So
for most
get
of the single
the
source.
monthly reports, guide us through the 120.
Yes, I will need to have a copy of the monthly report.
Yes, yes. You guide us through the 120, and you will tell us whether they are within the threshold or not. And it makes life easier. It's not the case. Is that not the case?
Yes, I need to have a file, please.
In fact, what GPA said is that this is not a normal situation. They testified and said it's not a normal situation to have 99% of your transactions to be nothing other than it's just to be like single source or request for quotation. They say it's not normal, that there should be a competitive process. So where you do not have a competitive process, what is the what is the problem? What is the issue? What is the negative impact of not having a competitive process?
Well, this procurement method for single source, like I said, we short for we request for approval and we are granted approvals. But in case you don't have competition,
Again, I do not doubt that you have approval for some of them. I'm not asking that about approvals. I'm asking about the specific issue. And you've had my question very clear.
No, I did not.
Okay, let me repeat, and you tell me to repeat my question. Probably it's much more easier for me. What is the negative effect of not creating a competitive process?
No. The factors could be you might not get value for money.
Value for money.
Yes.
Go ahead. You operate to fraud.
Well, there is that risk.
It is captured.
Yes.
In the act and the regulation.
Yes.
That you operate to fraud. So, but then you have so many instances where you've favored a non-competitive process.
No, but
once in the year out of 173 transactions.
But Council, there are thresholds for this procurement method. You maybe would not expect the procuring organization to conduct a tender for a procurement of an item that is less than the threshold.
Okay, thank you very much. Since you're now hammering on the threshold, we wait for you to tell us what the threshold is for all these 120. Is that a fair thing to say?
Yes, you give me the files and I'll go through the single source transaction.
You'll be given the file. Let's go to the.
Sorry, let me just ask Mr. Jonga. Mr. Jonga, if you look at your budget for 2020,
yes,
on a general expenses,
yes,
you made a lot of expenditure on some major activities. For instance, let me take an example of the hiring of vehicles in 2020, where you expended 3.9 million.
yes.
So, and we are talking about procurement, right?
Yes.
So, this hiring of vehicles,
yes,
you are telling us that you did a tender and it is just one tender that was done. All
yes,
the rest was through single source, right?
yes, because in the report you have 120 single source.
Yes. And if you look at under your general expenses,
Yes.
you realize that most of the transactions are way beyond uh, the the ceiling for single sourcing, right? Is that correct?
Yes.
And if you go to your capital expenses, you had the purchase of motorcycles and vehicles, which was for 2020, which was for 1.7 million,
The
right?
the motorcycles.
Yes. And then you have the software cost, which we will come back to because you need to tell us what that software is. You expended 576,000 on that software cost. And there are some series of other transactions which are above 500,000. You did a Sokaway for $572,098.50, etc., etc. So don't you think these activities ought to have gone on the tender? I just noted a few.
No, no, it should have been competitive
Sorry?
instead of they should have been competitive instead of being single source.
Yeah.
Yes.
And when you say competitive, you mean it should have gone to tender, right?
No, no, they are not. They have not get to the threshold
For tender.
for tender. You know, most of procurement should have been through a framework agreement. Example, the procurement of stationaries. We should have a framework agreement with a particular supplier. Yes. So
Together with fuel and
yeah,
all the transactions.
exactly. Yes, exactly. So that
And
will
that would have reduced the risk of fraud. Is that
yes,
not the case?
correct. Yes,
But it was not done.
yes,
We
exactly.
did not have framework agreement.
Yeah, we only had one for fuel. We don't have. We were working on the one for stationary and the other spare parts.
Can you provide us with the framework agreement
For
you
the
have signed on
no,
fuel
I have submitted.
from the 19th?
I have submitted that to the commission.
You have submitted that?
Yes.
Okay, we'll go through that when you come back. Yes, thank you.
Hmm.
Mr. Jonah has a question.
Mr. Jonga, this is just a short one.
Yes, sir.
Doesn't a framework agreement has to go through the GPPA?
Yes, correct. Yes.
Did you have those for those ones that you had the framework agreement
For the fuel, yes, sir.
for the fuel?
Yes, sir.
It went through the GPPA
Yes.
and you were allowed to do that.
Yeah, we got approval for the restricted tender method, and then
Now, let me ask another question. Since there is it that was that framework agreement be, was specific to a trader or it was an open um, MOU or framework agreement?
it was
Like if I have an agreement with Jaoil, can I use it for Oryx?
no. If you could allow me to explain this.
No, I'm just asking.
Yeah, yeah.
A framework agreement. If you have a framework agreement with a specific supplier,
With let's say with one supplier.
with one supplier,
Yeah.
can you use that agreement with another
No,
supplier?
no, you cannot.
Okay, thank you.
You cannot. I don't know if you could allow me to say this. Can I go ahead, please?
Yes.
Yes. When we were working on the framework agreement for fuel, we invited quotations from petrol stations within Brikama, taking into account the proximity of the petrol stations and also other factors in Brikama. It happens that we only have one interested supplier, which was GNPC. And then we wrote to GPB to say we only have one bid from one supplier. And then we were asked to evaluate that bid and then sign a framework agreement with that particular supplier. But
Sorry, was it a bid that you requested for?
no, we requested for quotation from all the petrol stations
Yes,
operating
but
within.
the bid is different from a quotation.
Yeah, we requested for quotation from all the petrol stations operating within Brikama.
I just wanted you to clarify
Yeah,
because
yeah,
when you say bid,
yeah, no,
it
no,
is different.
no,
What
no,
you have out there
it's a quotation.
as a request is different
Yeah, it is a
from
quotation.
when you ask for quotation.
Yeah, it is was quotation.
Yes. Yes, you can proceed.
Yeah,
Are you done?
no, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you've gotten me more confused. Your request was for GNPC.
No, no, I said
Your what we may call it, your framework agreement was with GNPC,
Yes.
but you had supplies from Ja Oil and all these other places. That's why I asked
Mm.
if you have a framework agreement
Yes.
with one supplier,
Yes.
can you use that framework agreement to have supplies from another party?
No.
And the answer was specific. You said no.
Yeah, you cannot
Now,
use it.
since you brought this up, now your framework agreement was with GNPC.
Yes.
Now we have seen in your expenditures
Mm.
that you had from Ja Oil.
Which year was that? Can you please help me
It's
with
in
that?
your expenditure.
No, well,
Were you not buying from Ja Oil?
no, well, I cannot remember that.
You
Unless,
have not.
yeah, unless you please help me with that record, so we've
I
taken.
I I I I I know you are very systematic, but this is something that has been tabled here and was agreed. So you never purchased any fuel from Ja Oil.
There'll be few instances. Example,
No, I'm just asking.
yeah, no, no, because once we have a contract with GNPC, we take full supply from GNPC. But maybe there will be few instances like if a particular officers travel on track, and then you will buy, let's say, fuel from a different petrol station up country, and then maybe you could bring that receipt back to the office and request for a refund. Maybe in those instances, yes. But in an instance where we will take fuel supplies from Jar Oil, after having a framework agreement with GNPC, that will be difficult to confirm until unless I please see the
Okay,
records.
I leave you to confirm that, but
Yes.
I am of the opinion, and based on evidences presented to us, that Brikama Area Council was also taking supplies from Ja Oil and paying them.
From 2020,
Well, it should be. You were there from 2020.
I came in November 2019.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that is there. It's in
Okay.
evidence. But
Yes.
I'll let you to go through it and see.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Council, can you proceed, please?
Now, the 2021 compliance review
Yes.
dated the 12th December 2022. We ask that you be given a copy.
Yes.
You have the procurement of fuel,
What page is that, please?
21.
Yes.
It says the procurement method is RFQ. The contractor is GNPC. The amount is $102,172.32 bututs. Correct?
So you said page 21.
Yes.
What I have,
For 2021 compliance review.
yes, what I have on page 21 is inventory management, value for money, contract management. I do not see any GNPC.
What you have is
Page 21. What I have here is inventory management, value for money, contract management.
for the compliance review for the year ended 31st December 2021. You confirm that?
Yes, sir. I could check the copy that I have here for.
And by the way, let us please have the contracts file. Just briefly. I have a for the sheet. Okay. Those who got it.
I think, Council, I think that should be page 22. Okay, 21, yes, I have it here.
It appears there all the pages were number 21. But then, so you go by the, yes, all the pages are number 21. So you just go by the second 21.
Yes, I have it, yes.
Yeah, I think it's with respect to the number of the pages.
Yes.
No. Okay. All right. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Now, but you have discussed that you have the framework agreement with GNPC
Yes.
for 2021. What is the period?
Let me confirm the.
Because it's mentioned that it's above the threshold. So we want to see the framework agreement. It was approved.
Yes, it was approved. Yes, for 2021. Yes.
Is that not the one you have submitted? Did you submit one?
Yeah,
GNPC?
I think I submitted a
Did
framework.
you submit GNPC framework agreement
Yes.
for 2021?
Yes.
Okay, we'll cross check that.
And we have the approval for the framework agreement for fuel with GNPC.
For GNPC,
Yes.
which year is that?
2021.
20?
This letter is dated on the 30th of September 2021.
Okay, please provide us with the copy.
Okay.
The procurement of 10 motorbikes on the next page. Let me see, just hold on a minute. The one we have, let me just show you, is only valid for 1 year. Is been signed by Mr. Bamsed Jallo. That's not you.
Yes, we have a framework agreement. Maybe I thought I submitted two. Then I will check for the.
No, let's just exhaust this first. Let me ask the legislator to give you the one you have submitted.
Yes, this is what mom said in 2019.
Yes. So no, just hold the document, please.
Yeah.
What is the exhibit number?
CLGC/MJ
Go ahead.
C/BKAC/005.
Yes. And what was that? What was the period cover based on the framework agreement? It's been who are the parties in fact?
The parties are Brikama Area Council and
Signed by
Mamset Jallo,
and
Sajo Sama,
yes,
witnessed by Alaji Jeng
yes,
and Sukai Jak.
correct.
Yes.
And the period it covered
2019.
2019.
Yes.
So it doesn't extend to 2021.
No, we did not extend to that, but we have approval for framework in 2021. I'll check the records. I thought I submitted the two framework agreements. Yeah.
We will wait for that. Please note that down. We'll wait for that.
Let me ask. Yes, Hansu. Can I proceed? Yes. Now, Mr. Jonga,
Yes, ma'am.
I would want to tidy up the issue of the budget for 2020, 2021, and 2022. Now, I just want a little bit of clarity on the budget.
Yes.
Now, your actuals, based on the documents you submitted and we admitted in evidence,
Yes.
you said your actuals had as revenue was 90,817,405, correct?
Can I please ask for copies of the budget, please?
Is the ones you submitted to us.
Yes, I don't have it.
Can you give him this one? Let me show you. The one dated 1st November 2021. You can turn to pages. It's not numbered, but let me just see. This is oh, fifth page. Collect your
The budget, the the budget summary overview.
yes. Yes. Did you see?
Yes, you said for 20.
Yes. You said if you look at the actuals as at 31st December 2020. You see that? Your revenue was 90,817,405,405,000. Is that correct?
Sorry, are you reading from the estimated revenue projection or
Yes.
for
That is what you submitted to us.
no, I want to have a clarity of where you are reading from.
Yes. That's what I'm reading.
Yeah, but I did not see 31st December. Okay, the actual has a 31st December 2020.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that is where I'm reading from.
Yes.
Or am I making a mistake in my
No, I thought you had the summary.
No.
Yes.
I'm reading from the 5th page. That is why I referred you. Though the numbers are not, the pages are not numbered.
I'm there now.
5th page, yes.
Yes, I'm there.
You had actual as in the number I quoted. Then you said estimate for 2020. What you estimated to earn as revenue was 109,500,000. I have a little bit of challenge in having the exactitude of the number 109,500,000 in budgeting terms. I had a slight difficulty, but we will get to that. Now, my question is there is a difference of 18,682,595. Is that a net deficit?
Yes, there are deficit example.
Is it, let's take it one step at a time. Is it a net deficit?
Yes, those are deficits.
It's a deficit.
Yes.
The 18 million is a deficit.
Yes, because you could see the actual has a 31st December. Example for trade license is 31,296,655. But the estimate for the same trade license is 33,625,000.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So now okay, so this is what you estimated, and you had 90 instead of the 109,500, right?
Yes.
So, but there is nowhere in the budget and from the evidence as to why, you understand, you had 90 instead of the 109 you estimated.
Yes.
Can you explain
Yeah,
that?
importantly, there should have been an explanatory note to say where the drops occur on which revenue heads were not on track with regards to revenue generation. So the note would have been very helpful, and the note is absent in the budgets.
All right. Then if you go to actuals for 2021, as of 31st of July 2021,
Yes.
you had 53 million 4,240
Yes.
as of July.
Yeah.
And there is nowhere in this budget which is showing us the actuals as of 31st December
Yeah.
2021. How would we know, you understand, what is your real actual at the end of um, December 2021? Because it's nowhere captured here.
Yeah. But yes, there should have been a column for the actuals, but like you have a column for
Because you are reporting
yes,
for a year,
yes,
you understand, preceding 2022,
yes,
right?
yes,
And you had the estimate of 2021 to be 130 million 840,210, correct?
yes.
And there is nowhere where you explain to us what happened, you understand, and why you had this, and we don't even have the actuals of year ending 2021,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, again, the actuals are absent. The actuals should have been there, and again, the explanation should have gone further to explain that.
Now we get to the budget of 2022. You had an estimate for 2022. You said your estimated revenue that you anticipate to collect is 170 million 500,000, correct?
Yes, yes,
There is no actuals as to year ending 2022. So how would we appreciate how much revenue, you understand, you collected over this period that is from 2020 um, as of 31st December 2020 to 31st December 2022? Because there is nothing in this.
the actual collections, the actual collection for 2020 will be in the 2023 budget estimate.
Yes, but you made a summation of that should have been here, and I haven't seen it unless you take me through. You understand? You provide for me the actuals of each year so that we know what we are looking at in terms of your finances.
Yes. No, no, what I said,
No. Let's get that clear first. Will you be in a position to give us actuals
for 20,
from 2020? Because uh, in earnest, you dealt with end of 2020 as of 31st December to um, end of 2022.
2021,
And
2021, then 2022.
yes, I said 2020 to 2022.
Yes.
Yes. So you give us, for this, I cannot ascertain anything from this that you have presented to us.
Yes.
And this is, you said, it's your budget.
What I'm saying is, I understand that there should be an actual column for the year
Yes.
2021.
Would you be able to provide
31st
that for
December.
us? Yeah.
Yes, I should be able to. But
Yes. Okay. So
yeah,
we will only be able to discuss these issues if you provide us with the information, which is correct.
yes, I understand. But I also wanted to say, for you to get the actual for 2022, then it has to be in the 2023 budget. So the actual for 2022 will not be available in the 2022 budget. What will be available in the 2022 budget will be the actual for 2021.
Okay.
Likewise, the actuals for 2020 will only be.
You can have the
Yeah,
actuals for
yes,
2022.
yes,
It's
yes.
not possible.
It's possible. Yes,
20
yeah, it's possible. Yes,
actuals of 2022 is available.
yes, it's possible.
Yes. So that is why I said you produce same.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you. Mhm.
Mr. Jonga,
Yes, sir.
um, I want to appreciate your projections in this budget.
Yes,
If the actuals are not included in your budget,
yes.
how did you come about getting these figures as possible revenue for the area council?
Yes, again, I would just say it is a serious gap not to have the actuals for 2021 has at 31st December. What we have is has at 31st July. It should have proceeded to 31st December to be able to have a realistic figure of the actuals for 2021 and moving forward to 2022, which is absent. And also an explanatory note would have been helpful to address that gap, that gap.
I do appreciate what you have explained,
Yes.
but you have not answered my question, which is how did you, if you estimate, let's say for example, license, you estimated for 2021,
Yes.
35.6 million.
Yes.
Now you budgeted for 2022.
Yes.
Your estimate budget for 2022 is 60 million.
Yes.
Now that's a difference of almost 24 or 25 million.
Yes.
Now, how did you arrive at that difference to say this is what you expect to collect in 2022 when you do not have the actuals of 2021?
Yes, I can explain the strategies that we have at the time to be able to attain
So
these.
come back again.
I can explain the strategies and the approaches that we had in mind at the time to be able to meet the target for 60 million.
Okay.
We were considering conducting a thorough assessment of all businesses across the length and breadth of the West Coast region.
Okay.
We also had in mind to ensure because we had some landed properties, and then we were thinking about how do we engage into public-private partnerships, with other organizations, other private individuals or companies to be able to boost our revenue, and also taking into account the need to review our current tariff through consultations. So all these things were strategies, but at the end of the day, we could not, we were not in position to be able to attain some of these strategies that we have in place.
Now, could you do a quick arithmetic for me? What is the percentage increase from your estimate of 2021 to your budgeted figure estimate for 2022? 35.7 million and 60 million. What is the percentage increase that you have
That
factored into?
little bit more than 50%.
I will tell you, it's exactly 58.4%.
Yes.
That is half of what you had collected, more than half of what you had collected.
Yes.
It is such a humongous number that it should not be something that would evade you. If your director of finance comes up with this, you must have challenged him. Why are we increasing this to 58 million, 58%? And what strategy do you have to get that? I know you have mentioned certain strategies, but if this is going to be part and parcel of your budget, the director of finance must have informed you. You must have an informed position as to how they are going to enforce or collect these monies.
Yes, that
Which you
did
have not done.
Yes, no, that did happen. Like I mentioned earlier, initially, to be quite honest with you, the estimate we have for 2020 was 65 million, and when we went for a bilateral, we were asked to bring this figure to 60 million. We had strategies in place, but those strategies do not ended up working. I talked about the assessment involving every councillor in your ward to ensure that assessments are done thoroughly and adequately. Of course, we have other strategies of how do we.
Sorry, Mr. Jonga. The strategies you are talking about are anticipatory.
Yes.
They are not realistic.
Yes.
You've not implemented it.
Yes.
Because there is no data to support that strategy,
Yes.
to allow you to do that incremental, that more than 50% increment in your projection.
Yes.
Is that not correct?
Yes, that's correct.
So if it is a strategy that you were thinking of, this strategy cannot work in your budgetary transactions, because whatever you put in your budget, you have the data to be able to put it in the budget. If you don't have the data, it's just strategy you have. You understand? It means you just made a hypothetical projection, and you included that in the budget. Is that not what you people did?
I agree. In the absence of a realistic data, you might not be able to.
No. Answer my question. Is that not a hypothetical, assumption that you used in arriving at these figures?
I won't say hypothetical assumption, but I know the
So what is it?
the assumption was not based on realistic data.
Yeah, we are saying the same thing.
Yeah.
You are just using semantics, but I know, we are saying the same thing,
No,
because these figures are not based on any factual, computation of data that you have for you to be able to realistically impute them in your budget.
the data is absent. That I can admit. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Council, you may proceed.
Yes. Just a few questions, and then we'll allow you to sort out the information that is requested from you. The first is, can you give us information about the land registration? How does it work in Bulgaria country?
Land registration.
Yes.
Are you talking about freehold or land transfer or
Yeah, the land transfers.
land transfers?
Land transfers, yes.
Yes, the land transfers. First, you have to obtain a local transfer from the alcalo.
Yes.
And when you obtain the transfer from the alcalo, you have to come to physical planning to obtain a clearance. If you obtain a clearance, then you have to go with that particular clearance with the local transfer from the alcalo to any EcoBank branch within West Coast.
Yes.
And pay the official land transfer fee. So the fees varies. The charges for Combo North, Combo Central, and Combo South is 7,000.
Okay.
Then the fees for Combo East and in the phone is 5,000.
All right.
Once you pay that, then you're given a deposit slip that you come with. You pay that to the accounts of council because we have an existing MOU with EcoBank for the for direct payment of land transfer.
You have
an existing MOU with EcoBank for the direct payment of land transfer fees.
Yes. Do you have a copy of that MOU?
I can request
Please.
the CEO to help with a copy.
Please.
Yes. So you're given a slip. The bank will give you one slip, and they will retain the other because it replicates copies.
Yeah.
Then the one that you're given, that's the one that you will bring to the land transfer office for the processing of your official land transfer documents.
All right. Now, how is it processed at the level of the office?
Yes, once it is printed.
Yes. No, once you come with the bank paying in slip.
Yes, you go to the land transfer office.
There's an office
for land transfer.
Land transfer.
Yes.
And then this office is manned by
the data entry clerks.
the data entry clerk.
There's also someone who draw the receipts upon when you providing the slip from the bank.
What is the title of that person?
Well, we have a cashier.
It's a cashier.
Sorry, I think accounts clerk. Yes.
Accounts clerk.
Yes.
What's the accounts clerk from 2019 to the time you moved with respect to land transfer entries?
Yeah, land transfer. I think when I came in, I think it was Fatu Jame who was at the Fatu Jame who was at the land transfer.
Fatu Jame.
Yes.
And by the time you left, was she ever replaced?
Yes, I think after she left, then.
When did she leave?
Fatu Jame, maybe let me confirm, but I think it was before I came in, but I need to confirm that. But after she left, and then Fatma Matajalo replaces her. But you also have the data entry clerk for land transfer, who is Nyuma Kamara.
Is there a recording system for
yes,
for the recipient, for those who bring in their bank payment slips, their deposit slips?
Yes.
Is it in a cash book form?
Yeah, that in a there should be a choir book for.
There should be. It's not. I'm really not getting the answer. Is there a choir book or a cash book?
There's a recording system.
A recording system. What is this recording system?
Of course, you have the the recording system that is done by the data entry clerk.
Yes.
Example, if she prints the form,
Yes.
there's a portion for the GDR number
Yes.
for a particular transaction that is included in the form.
Yes.
And of course, that number will have to be the same number that is issued to a particular customer.
Yes.
Yes. So there's a records of both
data entry clerk.
both these aspects.
So there's you will have the data for the serial numbers that were issued or thereabout.
Yes.
But now the bank payment slip
Yes.
that comes from the bank. Let's say Mr. X brings a bank payment slip, $7,000.
Yeah.
How do you record that? Is it a choir book or a cash book? I don't know. How do you record that?
A cash book should be used.
There's a cash book.
Yes,
There's a cash book for that.
Yeah, that should be.
And so there's a proper recording system for you to know how much you have generated in land transfers for any given year.
Yes, you can also use that versus against the data in the computer as well.
Against the computer as well.
Yes.
So can you provide us with the cash book or the choir book, whichever the case applies?
Yes.
For during the period you served from 2019 to 2023.
Okay, I'll talk to the CEO to help with that.
And also the data from the data entry clerk as well.
Yes, I think I provided that to the investigators, but I can also, because it's very bulky. I think I should have it in my hard drive. I can also give it to the registrar.
The registrar, please, from 2019 to 2023. Do you know how much?
It was 2018 to 2023, I think, when we did the extractions.
Do you know how much in 2019? How much the area council made from land transfers?
No, I honestly will not be in a position because I came in November 2019. That is
But you will have the data. You will have
yeah, the data should be available.
At 2020?
The records should be available.
2021?
The records should be available.
All the way to 2023.
Yes.
Okay. So we will need those records regarding land. So the account, is it a special account? Is paid to or?
Yes. It's a special account.
Special account.
Yes.
Can you please give us the account details, Bank?
Yes, I can give it to the registrar. I don't have it off head, but I can ask and give it to the registrar.
Yes. So we need that quickly. And who are the signatories to this account?
What we do with the funds in the account is to transfer it to the main.
No, we haven't got to do that yet.
To the main account.
No, we haven't got to do that yet.
Yeah.
Who are the signatories to this account?
No, the signatories to the accounts of the council, myself, the CEO, and that.
No. Let's now be very specific to this account itself. I know the law says you, the two of you, are signatories. I know what the law says about. That this special account, who are the signatories?
Now, what I'm saying is that no withdrawals is conducted.
Can you answer the question? Who are the signatories to this account?
There is no signatory to the account. Let me just explain.
Okay.
Withdrawals are not made from this land transfer accounts.
Yeah.
Funds are transferred to the main accounts of the council with EcoBank, where transactions happen. So with this account, what happens is only the customers will come and make deposit for their land transfer.
I know that.
Yes.
Now, how was this account created?
Again, I will need to because it was before I.
So we want you to give us the information regarding the creation account. Everything regarding the account we want to know.
Yes. Okay.
All the details.
Yes.
Of this account.
Hello.
Yes.
Just to help you and this commission, if you open an account and you don't movement from one account to another account must have signatories, whether it's by transfer or by check. So the signatories informing the bank to do the transfer from account number 1 to account number 2 must have been deposited in the bank. Then they will not honor your instruction to transfer from account 1 to account 2.
Yes.
So whoever is giving that instruction to move from account 1 to account 2 must have been deposited in the bank. So when an instruction comes, the bank will have to do the necessary checks and balances to see whether that instruction is a legal instruction.
Yes.
So if you don't have that, I think there is something wrong with that institution. You must, any movement of monies from one account to another account must have a signatory to that account, that particular account.
Yes, I think I've not dealt with what he asks is the signatories, and this is what I try to explain. But of course, when funds are being moved from this account to the main account, instructions are given.
Who signs those instructions?
It should be the signatories to the account, the CEO and the director of finance.
Answer.
Yes, that's the CEO and the director of finance. Yes, yes.
Yes. So please give us all the details regarding that account,
Yes.
how it was opened, when it was opened, the signatories before, if the account was opened before your time and during your time as well,
Okay.
and all the necessary details. So please provide that to the registrar. We need that today.
Yes.
Yes, today. We need that today so that we go through it.
Yes.
You understand that?
Yes.
Right. Yes. Please give us the name of the other ladies. Is it Fatoumata Jallo, the data entry clerks you're referring to, or the accounts
No.
clerk?
Yeah. You have Nyuma Kamara has the data entry clerks. Then you have Fatuma Rajalo. I think previously there was Fat Jame.
Yes.
And then after, I think you have Fatuma Jalo.
Okay. Thank you. 5C.
Yes.
At some point, their contract, the contract you have with them was terminated. Was it?
Um,
Was it terminated?
I think they decided to discontinue the service
That's termination.
on their part. Yes.
They decided to discontinue.
Yes.
Do they have a letter to that effect?
Yes.
Okay. We need the letter. You made several payments as well during your time as CEO.
Yes. I think we made think 2 or 3 payments.
We need the but you signed the agreement with 5C.
No,
It
sir.
was negotiated by the CEO and is it Mamsit and Safe Social but who signed it? Is it you?
No. One
Yes,
case.
Mamsit.
Yes. Sir.
But it took effect during your time.
Yeah. I launched the system.
Yeah.
Yes. I have a copy of the letter to discontinue the service to BAC from 5C. It's a scanned copy.
Did you respond to that letter?
Yes.
Can we have the response, please?
Okay. I will have to print the records.
So you can wait until you have um, all the documents regarding the letter to discontinue and the response to the effect. We have it in that in the bundle. And the various payments you made to 5C when you were CEO. We want that information. We know there were several payments made to 5C.
Yeah, I will consult the director of finance and
Do they write, do they send you invoices?
Yes.
Okay, we will need the invoice as well.
Okay, I'll check with the director of
Yeah.
finance.
Right. Any questions for this witness?
Mr. Jonga, the software, can you tell us what this software is all about?
What is it? The metrics?
Sorry?
Uh,
No,
the-
you have indicated in your budget that you purchased the software for 500,000. Check your budget.
Which budget, please?
The one I earlier showed you. Register, can you please go?
This on the 20. This one that you gave me.
Do you have it with you there?
Yes. Can you please help with the heading?
It says software.
No, I mean, is it under the chairman's office or?
Huh?
Okay.
Mr. Jonga, this is your budget.
Oh, okay, few seconds. Let me.
Mhm. I'll show it somewhere. I have a challenge in appreciating the budget because the way the layout is made.
Okay, the accounting software,
Yes,
the 350.
no, in the details of the itemization, you see you indicated software 500 and
That is for 2022.
yes,
Yes, what I have here is the accounting software,
yes.
350.
Go to 2020.
The 51,000 or 500,000.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, and in 20, you said in 2021 is how much?
2021. Let me check. Can I have the copy for 2021? Because I have
Registrar, kindly give him the money for 2020. What's this? Did you see that?
yes, for 2020, what is approved is 500,000.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that what you expended?
Um,
Because there is nothing showing us
yeah.
that
What
you
we
did not spend that money.
yes, what we expended would be in the 2022
Yes.
budget. Yes.
Yes, confirm for us how much was expended.
The column is zero wise.
Yes.
Yes.
That is where I have the challenge. So now, um, was there an agreement for this software?
With
Well,
metrics, yes, I want to believe that it is the same software for the metrics. The agreement of which I have submitted here early on.
the agreement.
Yes.
for
You know,
metrics.
yes, annually we pay a fee to upgrade the software system
Yes.
and maintenance.
Yes. But you have just indicated that's where I have challenge. You have indicated zero.
Yes.
So if um we will check. You said you have submitted it.
Yeah.
Then we'll go back to the agreement
Metrics,
and
yes.
check and cross-check the budget
Yeah.
to confirm.
Yes,
You understand
yes.
what you are supposed to pay because it's captured in your 2022 budget as zero.
Yes, for 2021, the actual.
2021, sorry. I beg your pardon.
I'll also confirm with the director of finance.
Yes, we will check the the agreement that you have submitted, and then we'll get back to you. And the last question I have is the assets, your assets register, is it updated?
Yes, at the time I left, it is.
Can you provide us with the asset register?
I've submitted that earlier on.
You also submitted that one.
Yes.
You submitted it.
Yes.
Okay, we will check with the registrar. Yes.
Just administrative question.
Yes.
When your director of finance
Yes.
sends you payment,
Yes.
does he come with the payment to discuss it? Do you have questions on some of this payment? Or he just sends it and you sign and give your secretary to take it back to the director of finance? Do you have a tete-a-tete on some of these payments?
Yes.
You do.
Yes, we do.
So you are fully aware.
Of the payments, yes.
And the reason why these payments are being made.
For the software, yes.
No, no, no.
For the other payment, yes, yes. We have briefings.
You do have briefings, tete-a-tete, and when your budget is you are spending over your budget, do you inform the director of finance that this is does he come with a balance to say our balance is this in this budgeted item? Because you have spent so much money over budget, and we have not seen any environment approval for you to overspend on those budget lines.
Typically, there should be environment for us to spend above the budget.
Sorry, come back again.
I said typically there should be environment for us to spend. And
but do you have the environment? Are you authorized?
I can they do via, but I cannot remember authorizing an environment. That's where the
no, but you see, that's the reason why I asked. Do you have a tete-a-tete with your director of finance? Because when you're about to sign, you'll know the balance in the budget.
Yes.
And what you are signing.
Yes.
And he should tell you the balance is 2. We are to sign for 5, and the other 2 we need environment. Or you don't do that. You just sign.
No, of course he will inform me that we need environment for some expenses to go ahead. But the serious gap have been, I don't remember signing any environment from his.
Any environment you have not.
Yeah, but I'm sure
requested any environment from your side.
No, I have not signed any. I have not authorized any environment, but the environments have been done. I'm sure he'll be in a position to provide the environment details.
Yeah, but as the main custodian, you should know.
Yes, I know about the environment do happen, but like I said,
did you see the environment request?
Yeah, but
the approval of the environment.
Yes, I've seen the environment, but I have not been able to approve the environment, which you should have.
But you are spending.
Yes.
So what do you call that?
No, it is not in line with procedure.
It's what?
It's not in line with procedures.
And therefore,
it's wrong.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, we are done with this witness. We want to allow him to come up with information that we have asked after break.
Okay. Now, let me just ask you this question, Mr. Jonga. Now, for the during your course as during your tenure as CEO, did you make any increment in salaries or allowances? Suo
Beside the increment given to us in 2020, the one that I submitted, there have not been any increment of allowances.
And salaries.
And salaries, your government does the increment. There have been that I think 30% increment, then after another 50% increment.
No, the reason why I ask is that the honorarium that was being paid was not paid consistently. In each year, there will be some incremental additions in in their payments. That we have noted. So it is in line with that sort of increment that I'm asking you. So aside from the increments on the honorariums that councillors were paid, you've not increased any allowance whatsoever
No,
for
no,
the staff.
no. We did propose allowances, but we did not secure any approval from the ministry, and that's why we have not proceeded with those payments. But that is limited to the general council for council meetings and subcommittee meetings.
Now, you talked about you had the Birkama Area Council have properties. Now, can you give us a comprehensive list of all the properties that the council have, both lease and freehold?
They are all in the asset register that I've provided.
In the is
Yes, yes, in the asset register. Yes,
oh,
they are in the layout, and I don't think they are leased. What we paid was the
yes,
premium fees.
we will check the asset register
Yeah,
and we will confirm with you
this is asset register.
whether yes. Now, for third-party limited liability companies, did you have you had any transactions with companies?
Companies like
I'm just asking. Do you have as the then CEO? Did you have any transactions with any third-party companies?
third-party companies. With regards to contracts or with regards to
I'm just saying if you have had any transactions, the council has transactions with companies. If I can put it,
yeah, there have been a kind of a lease agreement with other parties. I don't know if we can call that third-party limited companies.
for example,
For example, there's a section in the market in Brikama Central Market, which is leased to one Momodou Selu.
can
Yeah.
you provide us with details of those companies that the council have business with or are doing business with?
Such similar contracts.
Eh, um,
No, I want to provide you with the information that I have, but I also want to be
yes, what
seek
I'm saying
clarity.
is that if
Yes.
the council is engaged with any company in doing whatever sort of business activity with the council, we will be interested to have that information from you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Please note it. Now, I have the register has provided me with the metric solution, that is the agreement that we were referring to, your
Yes.
budget.
Mm.
And please take a look at it. It is admitted in evidence.
Yes.
Please take a look at it and tell us what is the agreed sum from this agreement.
Yes. The agreed sum is 165,000. Mm.
Now, how did you arrive at the 500,000 in your budget?
Yes, this was signed in 2013. Again, if you could allow me, I would consult the Director of Finance because he deals with metric solutions with regards to this software.
Yes,
So
please.
he'll be in a better position to give
You
me
said
accurate
this was
answer.
signed in 2013.
Yes, 2013, yes.
Yes, and it's still subsisting.
Yes.
Yes, please find out whether there is an additional agreement or a new agreement so that we will be able to understand the payments that have been effected.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, let us have the document. Council,
Why not we want Mr. Jonga to be given time after break to come up with the information?
yes,
Okay.
this is your document. Please have me. So thank you, Mr. Jonga.
Thank you.
You may proceed to provide some of the information that we requested.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. You're discharged. Mr. Registrar, please call in the next witness.
Good afternoon, Mr. Witness. You may kindly take your seat.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Mr. Witness,
Thank you.
welcome back to this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and Related Matters.
Thank you.
Before you proceed with your testimony, may I remind you once again that you are still on the oath before I hand you over to Madam Chair. Thank you. Madam Chair, I hand over the witness to you for us to proceed.
Um, Good afternoon, Mr. Jallo.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
You're welcome back.
Thank you, ma'am.
Council, can we proceed, please?
Ciala, how are you? Yeah, I'm trying to be all right. Please, I believe you were asked to bring the budget for 2018. Yes. The budget for 2018 and 2019. Yes. Yes. Do you have them with you? Yes, I do. We applied to tender the budget for 2018 and 2019 fiscal year with a cover note addressed to the Secretary, Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils. 29th August 2024, signed by Mr. Mamset Jallo. The 2018 budget, was it approved? Yes, it was. Where is the approval? Well, I don't have the approval letter. I tried to get it from the council, but to no avail. Okay, we will need that. Okay. The 2019 too as well. Was it approved? It was, of course. Okay, we will need the approval letter. Approved by council and not the ministry. Oh, not the ministry. Yes. For 2018 and 2019 were not approved by the ministry. No, the ministry does not approve. By virtue of the provisions of the act, it's the council that approves. So the ministry, the budget, yes, the budget is sent to the ministry for their consideration. And for their consideration. For the minister's observation and consideration. Then it is sent back to the council. That's the procedure. Of course, with the comments, if there is any from the ministry.
that should be incorporated.
So it has to be sent to the ministry.
Yeah, it has to be sent to the ministry.
Was it sent to the ministry?
It was, of course. And bilateral was also held.
Was held?
Yes, was held.
Do you have the correspondence to that effect?
No, we don't. I don't.
Can you please produce the correspondence to that effect? The bilaterals and.
Well, I'll try to see whether I'll be able to get it from the.
Yes, yes. We are requesting that. Requesting that you produce this correspondence.
Okay. All right.
Fine. This one's not with fine. A letter dated the 29th of August 2024 with reference BAC slash 388 slash G addressed to the Sec 3 Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils with the caption submission of budget copies of Brikama Area Council for the fiscal year 2018 and 2019. The letter is signed by Mr. Mamsi Jallo, former CEO. These two budget summaries are admitted in evidence as exhibit together and are marked as LGC slash MSJ slash BKAC slash 005.
As the commission places. Thank you very much. The I have a question for you, Mr. Jallo.
Yes, please.
I'm sure you've heard about the payments made to the councillors twice a year.
Yes.
And the data list during quality and Tobaski.
Yes.
What can you tell the commission about it? Its history, how it started?
Well, from what I can recall, is were in two folds. The payments were as a result of two activities they were involved in. One is the collection of revenue or collection activity anyway. Specifically, I can't recall, but about collection of revenue. Now, the other one is, very close to all the visits, be it Tobaski or Quality, where I understand they are involved in assisting the collectors, particularly in the market. So from that I can recall.
Now, the first you were saying is regarding the collections,
Yes.
but we want you to go in depth and explain what you mean by that.
Now, from what I can recall, when we came in, we were having, and I think still council is having that problem of, maximizing its collection, and as a result, them councillors thought, by virtue of their relationship with their consequences or with their wards, their involvement would have paid dividend by, supporting the collection process, escorting the collectors and trying to encourage uh, why they were involved. In fact, they opted for that, for them to be involved, because they also
The councillors,
yes, they agree that,
all the councillors?
yes, I think if not all, most of them.
No, the evidence we have is not even most of them. We know that what they tried to say in the beginning is as a result of their extra service that they render, and that we know most of the committees of council are also dormant.
Yes,
That's number one.
that's very well.
And save for one or two, and then most of the councillors would not engage in any extra service. That's number one.
Okay.
We have that evidence, and from the councillors themselves as well.
Yes. Okay.
And number two, we know they were paid allowances for any service that they render. Correct?
Yes. Correct. That's correct.
Yeah, that we also know.
That's correct.
The other information we also had is that some councillors approached the then chairperson so that during festive periods, Quality and Tobaski, they would be given monies for their families and the community that they serve. In fact, this was the only reason why these monies were paid. Is that not the case?
Well, from what I know at the level of my office,
Yes.
that information does not flow coming from the office of the chairman. Maybe
Go ahead. Go ahead.
maybe that is between them and the chairman. That is what they have, requested, or what they have appealed to the level of the chairman.
Yes.
As compared to what the document would contain, or what I am being told as to why they are claiming for that payment. So I will not deny what they said, that's what happened between them and the chairman. But at the level of my office, what I do know is what came before me and what I am told.
Now, how, as CEO, did you come about approving those payments when they clearly um, have no place in the budget?
No, I think there's a budget line for honoring you.
For honorarium.
Yes, there is.
Okay. Let's give you the 2018 budget that you have, and you guide us through
Okay.
payments and where they fall.
All right.
All right.
18, 20. On the administration, that is the office of the CEO.
Yes.
On the allowances, 203
Yes.
is honoring you.
Under this
Under the CEO administration,
administration
100.
honorarium.
That's the head. The head is 100.
Okay.
Now going down, on the allowances, you will see under 203. That's the head.
The head.
Under 203, you have 100.
Okay. Is that what you rely on?
Yes, of course.
Go ahead.
And that's why it has been budgeted for. That's what it has been budgeted.
Okay.
Not specifically for the activities that the councillors have carried out. But any other activity related, or it's like requesting for that kind of payment,
Okay.
could be accommodated by that budget.
By that part.
Yes, of course.
Now, are the councillors under the office of the CEO?
No, they are not. They are not.
So how would you justify that?
Actually, they should have been. Maybe that's an error.
Error on the drafting.
Yes, the drafting. I would admit the fact that it's an error because
The drafting. You mean it should have been
under the chairman.
under the chairman?
Yes, under the
and not
under
the
on,
CEO.
under the CEO. Yes,
But you don't have it under the chairman. You have it under the CEO.
no, you don't have it under the chairman. It's under the
You
CEO.
have it under the CEO.
Yes.
So if you have it under the CEO, automatically the councils are not under the CEO.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so they will not be entitled.
No.
So
In fact, it is wrong to have it under the CEO.
yes, so which means the allowances paid as way of honorarium, classified as honorarium,
Yes.
would be wrong because they are classified as honorarium under the CEO's office.
Maybe
Councillors, they are not part of the CEO's office.
yeah, what I do accept is the fact that the classification is wrong,
And so
since it is under the CEO.
which means the payment is also wrong. It's a
No.
budget we have. It's a budget we have.
Well, okay.
And once the budget has been approved by council, we'll go through the role of the ministry subsequently.
No,
But once go ahead, sir.
yes, if you take it from where the point of view you're looking at it, definitely it's wrong.
So it's wrong.
Yeah,
So the payments made to the councillors were entirely wrong.
yes.
All right.
From that point of view,
From which point of view?
that it's where it's budgeted, it's not supposed to be budgeted.
Yeah, because it has to be by we have to go by the budget,
Yeah, absolutely.
and we have to go by what the law says.
Oh, okay.
If there are no regulations that you can rely on
Okay.
in granting approving those payments,
Okay.
then you are saying that the payments were wrong. They were unlawful payments.
Yeah.
Correct?
Correct.
Good.
Correct. No problem.
We respect, and I told you that the idea, even the councils themselves, we have them testify, and some of them were very honest to say that the idea came from the councillors themselves who approached the chairman about this.
That's correct.
And the chairman gave you instructions about this.
That's correct.
Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yes, the chairman gave you instructions to make these payments.
That's
because it was not as a result of any service.
That's
Is that the case?
Well, from what I understand, service was provided.
No, I'm not saying that service cannot fall within the budget.
No, when we talk about the budget, it's wrong.
Yes.
Now, when we come to the issue of the service,
yes,
from what I understand, service was provided.
But it doesn't fall within the lawful means of payment.
Where it falls under is
so we have exhausted that. Since it is not catered for,
okay, all right.
It's not available.
Okay.
You have agreed, you have told the commission that it is an unlawful payment.
Okay.
Am I correct to say that?
All right, you are correct. You are
yes.
correct.
Yes. And because the reason why it's important is because the practice has gone through throughout 2020, 2019, all the way to 2023.
Okay.
Until it was stopped recently. Yes. And talking about the budget, you had said approval should not be granted by the ministry.
The ministry, yes.
So going by what you were saying, once you at the level of council have come up with an approved budget, it is final?
Yes, at the level of the council, it's final.
And so you can operate with that budget?
Yes, that's what the law provides for.
Where?
Yeah, it's in the act.
Which act?
Well, I can't recall. I have emptied my memory since I left, so I can't tell offhand.
Yes.
But I can recall that it is in the act, be it the Local Government Act or the Finance and Audit Act.
Okay.
So I'm sorry to say, but I have emptied my memory because of my experience.
Your experience.
So I'm sorry about that.
Okay, let me help you.
Yeah.
The Local Government Finance and Audit Act 2004.
Okay.
What it has to say with respect to the budget, right?
Okay.
It says the budgetary powers of and procedure. Now it says, subject to section 9, every council has a right an obligation to formulate, approve, and execute its budget, provided the budget is balanced, right? It's one.
Correct.
So maybe if you read by just this section, you may have a different opinion. It says two, the council shall accord priority to national priority programs. Three, the council budget shall reflect on all revenues to be collected or received by the council and to be appropriated for each year. B, take into account the approved 3-year development. 4, it talks about the role of the chairman. Now, if you turn to page 10, it talks about emoluments, salaries of chairperson and other staff of council. Do you see that?
No, I'm not looking at anything here. I don't have.
Okay, I will read. Yeah, I'll just read for you. I don't think we have extra copy.
No, I don't.
But it says that 6 subsection 6 provision shall be made in the estimate of revenue and expenditure, the general operations and management of the council's affairs, and for the performance of its functions, including A, emoluments and salaries of the chairperson and the staff of council. B, the operation of wards and village development committees. C, the grant of allowances to any person or group of persons for any services rendered to councils as may be determined by the Secretary of State and in the current situation, the minister.
Right.
So you see, for all allowances,
Yeah.
even assuming that you want to pay the council, for example, or any other individual, it has to be approved by the ministry. You agree with that? That's what the law says.
Now, let me just say that I think there is a slight difference between an allowance and a honorarium.
A slight
difference between allowance and honorarium, to my understanding.
Yes.
Until I am proven correct.
Yes.
The allowances, I do agree that it is supposed to be, it is the minister's
Yes.
to approve allowances.
Yes.
But honorarium,
Yes.
I think for me, my understanding is a different animal.
Yes.
Right. It is paid based on a service that is being provided.
The financial manual, just to help you as well.
No problem.
I've discussed this with Jonga.
Yeah.
Also says allowances or any other payment.
Okay. All right. Okay.
To be determined by the Secretary of State or any other payment.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Do you see that?
Yes.
So it's taking care of loopholes in the event someone else wants to capitalize on other issues.
Yes.
Or any other payment.
Okay. All
To
right.
be determined, or any other benefit to
Okay.
be determined by the Secretary of State.
If that is what the law says, then
Yes.
that also carries along, could also carry along payments like honorarium.
Yes, any other benefit to be determined by the Secretary of State.
I agree. I agree.
Good, good.
I-
It goes on.
Mhm.
It says the annual estimates prepared under section the budget shall be in such a form as may be directed by the financial manual. The draft estimates shall be displayed at ward level for comments before submission to the council. Are these done? The budgetary procedure?
No.
They're not. They're
No,
not.
no.
Okay, do you know why?
Well, it was as a result of the system that we were operating, which of course definitely was
Okay.
not going
It was not a consultative process.
accordingly. Of course, including what you just said, it was not participatory nor was it consultative. So
it was just
because what should have happened is it should have started from the grassroots,
yes.
where you would have had the opportunity to, whether you would have get the communities also to have the opportunity to have their input
Yes.
into the budget.
Yes.
But that was not happening. Just
all right.
yes.
All right. And it went further. The draft estimates shall be considered at a meeting of the council, especially conveyed for the proposed, and a copy of the draft shall, by resolution of council, be submitted to the Secretary of State within such time and in such manner as will be directed by the financial man. And this was also not done in this case. It was not done in this case.
It was because what happened is maybe the timing may have been may not be correct, but the draft.
No, let me just respectfully cut you short. I've been informed that it is 1 o'clock.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you, Mr. Jallo. We'll come back after lunch.
Okay.
We may rise.